Hello, everyone. Welcome to the SavvyCast. This is Jamie, and I'm so grateful that you're joining today, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast. Okay, today's episode is going to be super fun. I'm so excited today to have the beautiful face and talent behind my favorite jewelry line, Juliana May'd. Okay, Juliana is joining me. She is in Auburn, and I'm looking at her right now. Juliana, I just want to, first of all, welcome you for being here. You are so busy and you're so kind to do this.
Well, thank you, Jamie. I'm so excited and honored to be here.
Okay, well, I want to tell everyone before I ask her the icebreaker question, Juliana is my niece, and her mom, Twyla, is my husband Zane's sister. So I have known Juliana since she was in her mother's belly. I've known her whole life. Oh, and I was laughing this morning. This is just a little aside. I remember we used to all go to church together when you were like a babe in arms. And even though you would never know it by your personality today, you lasted about through the second song. We sat behind y'all and you would start flailing your head back, and your mom or your dad would take you out, and Zane and I had a little phrase. We would look at each other, she's out of here. Going to the cry room. But anyway, but needless to say, you are the sweetest, most precious, even-keeled person probably in our family. So that was just something I had to throw out there as a little aside. But anyway, before we dive into all things fabulous jewelry, my icebreaker question to everyone is, what would you choose as your last meal?
Jamie, that is a pretty easy one. It's our Thanksgiving meal at Mimi and Paultie's house. The steaks that Mimi and Paultie have, and I know Zane cooks those, and then your cheese grits, my mom's twice baked potatoes, and the salad that you make. That is probably my favorite meal of the year.
That is so funny. That is Judd. And for those of you who don't know,
Really?
Mary Judson, my daughter, who's getting married in less than a month, that's her favorite. And I think that's probably my favorite too. We have it once a year, and oh my goodness, it's unreal. It's unreal.
It is.
Okay. Well, if you have followed anyone who has followed me for any length of time, you know that I am always blessed to be wearing just the most chic jewelry. Everyone, if I get more DMs about anything, it's, where did you get that necklace? Where did you get those earrings? And it's usually necklaces. And for my YouTube peeps, you can see that I'm wearing two just so chic necklaces, and then these fabulous hoops. All are Juliana May'd. And Juliana, I can see, can you?
Yes. Yes, I'm wearing the You Name It necklace. It's got the different colored letters. And then I've got the same heart that you have on, but it's on a chain, the paper clip chain. And I love this so much, but I love the way that you have it paired. I have never paired it like that, but I love the way that looks.
You know what? And I'm not good. I'm not great at pairing. I'm always asking you or someone else, but this set right here, and I hope you've got this in stock, because
I do.
I'm going to share it later today, and I promise you'll sell out unless you've got like a ton, because this look, and Juliana, what I want people to listen and hear today is how you started and how you make such beautiful jewelry at such a fabulous price point, and just dig into your why and your how, because I love supporting small business. I love supporting female businesses. So first of all, tell everyone about you and your family.
Yeah, well, I'm Juliana May, and I've been married to my husband for Jordan for almost 11 years now. I can't believe it. And I am a boy mama to Remington, who is almost 8 years old, and Ruger, who is 5.5. And my education is actually in nursing. I went to UAB and graduated in 2011. And I worked full time for 4 years before I became a stay-at-home mom. And now that turned into homeschool mom, and now small business mom as of 4 years ago. So it's pretty crazy how time has flown, but we live in the college town of Auburn, Alabama, as Jamie said, and I just can't imagine living anywhere else. So it's been wonderful.
Oh my goodness. Well, Auburn is my alma mater. It's near and dear to my
Yeah.
heart. Y'all get to live in that beautiful, beautiful, sweet town. And I'm so happy for y'all, because there's not a better place to live, honestly. But,
No.
but Juliana, okay. So you had Juliana May'd. You started it 4 years ago. And I'll just preface by saying, at every family gathering, you are always showing the girls and me how to be chic. You were showing us the latest makeup or the latest jewels. You were always on trend, and you always knew how to find the best makeup look for less, or the greatest Walmart find or Target find or whatever. So we've been fortunate to have you in the family for that reason, if for nothing else. But tell us, when did this officially become like just your interest in it, and hey, I've made this bracelet, y'all want one, to an official business, Juliana May'd, which is, let me just say, your last name is May, M-A-Y, Juliana May. And the website and the Instagram is Juliana May with a D on the end, May'd. And that's a great, great name. But how did it become, when did it start being official?
Yeah, so I was really creative growing up as a child, and I felt like I'd really lost that part of me when I went to college and became a young professional. There was a lot more going on than being creative. And but I had Ruger in 2018, and he is my second child, and had him in February. And I just remember feeling desperate to feel beautiful again and to feel like myself. I felt like I was a mom to two babies all of a sudden, and it was just very overwhelming. I had found this company that made earrings, and I loved wearing them, and they gave me so much confidence and made me feel like myself again. And it was also a woman-owned business. She had started in her garage, and they're still an inspiration to me now. But I realized that I probably couldn't continue to keep purchasing from them, because as they got bigger, their prices got more expensive and so on. So I thought, you know what, I think maybe I can figure out how to make these. And so it sparked that creative part of me again. And so in 2018, I began making the name bracelets and earrings for friends and family, just as little happies. I just found so much joy in that. And for Christmas that year, I remember making what felt like hundreds of bracelets. And as the next year rolled around, 2019, I started getting orders from people, and they started recognizing my stuff at church and out. And so I talked to Jordan about it, my husband, and he was like, why don't you get a business license and just start a business? And I was like, oh, I don't know. Do you think I could do that? Like, with everything else going on, he was like, you love it. Like, if you love it, you need to do it. And so I was very grateful that he encouraged me to do that, because he knew that gave me so much joy. And so in August of that year, August 1st of 2019, Juliana May'd was legally my small business. And its existence is because I truly love designing and making jewelry and just helping other women feel beautiful.
Okay, I love that so much. And the fact that you're surrounded by boys. You're the only female in your house.
Yep.
And you are pumping out the most beautiful, chic jewelry. So that really is your therapy, and your creativity is helping the rest of us feel more chic and on point as far as fashion. I love it. And tell us, Juliana. Okay. And I've, of course, been the beneficiary of your jewelry since the beginning. And I can tell you the turning point is when you started going to market It was always, I mean, I literally thought, I mean, the first year or two, my absolute favorites was your leather. You did some gorgeous, and you may still have these on there. You just send me you just say, I know you're going to, you know what I like. So you just send me what you know I'm going to like. But your beautiful leather studs and dangles and things that were so beautiful. But then you went to market. When did you start going to the Atlanta market?
Yeah, so I don't know if anybody else knows this, but Jamie, you were the one that even put that seed in my mind about going to market. And I just remember thinking, oh, I don't know if I can do that because I probably don't have the credentials. Like, what do I need to go? Like, it's got to be more than what I have. And I started looking into it because you kept saying, yeah, you should look into that. And so I just needed a business license, a tax ID number, and then a place where I sold jewelry. And so I had all that and I was like, wow, this is a resource for me. And so I started going a year and a half ago was when I started going. So 2002, January of 2002, that was huge. I didn't realize.
Wait, you mean January 2022?
I'm sorry. Yes. 2022.
It almost slipped past, but
yeah.
2022, a year and a half ago.
Yes. And I now have, I mean, market is like Disney World for me. Mm-hmm. The stores that they have there, the products are unbelievable. And I get them at wholesale so that I can bring them back and start making things and then sell them at a very affordable price, because that's one of the problems. Jewelry is so expensive, but some of it is very faddish. Mm-hmm. And I can't afford to just continually buy it at hundreds of dollars. Mm-hmm. So I have two of my vendors, I have their cell phone numbers. So I'm able to text them and get things all throughout the year, not just while I'm at market physically. Oh. And they will even text me every couple of weeks and just show me all the new things they've gotten in stock. And they have kind of learned me as a buyer, mm-hmm. which I think is so cool. But then this past July, I have started getting into buying and selling things straight from market. Mm-hmm. So I can bring things, I'm not working with them or doing it myself. Mm-hmm. But I'm able to sell to my customers at a more affordable price than you would even see in another store.
Case in point, these earrings that I'm wearing.
Yes, those are straight from market.
Oh my goodness. If I were to buy these most places, oh my goodness. Y'all, yes. I know my podcast peeps can't see. Do you have plenty of these?
Oh, I do. I when I texted you about those, I bought them out.
Oh, good.
I bought them out. Yes.
I'm telling you, I'm a hoops girl.
Yeah.
I will tell you because I know some of my girl peeps listening have this same problem, but with these, I don't. I guess it's whoever pierced my ears, 50 years ago or whatever, the way the holes are. A lot of times my hoops will turn sideways and it just drives me nuts. These mm-hmm. don't do that. They're so lightweight.
They are.
They've got a little texture. Oh my goodness. These are probably the best hoops I've ever had. And they are at such a affordable price point. Juliana, that you knocked it out of the park. And see things like this that you can now do because of your market relationships and your
right. So that has been a huge difference in going to market. And then also, I mean, Jamie, I cringe when I look back at some things that I posted and sold when I first started. Like I had some really great things and then I had some like, oh my goodness, what was I thinking?
We all do that. I look back at my old blog posts and I want to throw the computer across the room.
I know. I feel the same way. And so, but I used to make some like crossbody bags and I realized like, it was great and I had fun making them, but for what I was able to sell them for, it wasn't worth my time. And I have to be very careful with my time with having my boys at home with me. Mm-hmm. And so what I have started doing last month, I bought some bags that are going to be very like faddish and very, very affordable, but I'm going to add things to them that are my own. And so it's taking a lot of the time out of it for me, but it's still going to be a Juliana May'd product essentially. So I'm very excited about some new things coming.
Oh, goodness. Well, I want to just point out some things that make your jewelry so unique. And I will say thank you for letting me sort of be, Juliana, can you do this? Can you, make something this way? And you always accommodate, because when you get my age, I'm 57, and those listening who are my age, maybe you don't have these issues, but you probably do. You can't see as well to find the tiny clasp that I don't even know why it's on necklaces for older women, because you can't buy. And if
Yeah.
you've got nails, they're hard to open. So I said, Juliana, can you just do like a larger lobster clasp? And this is the biggest thing to me. I love to be able to adjust any necklace almost, because I love chokers and I want it to hit like right there on this part of the neck. But I have, I believe, a 14-inch neck, and even a 15-inch that I would buy out, it would just hang and it wasn't right on the neck, and it was just awkward. You have started making almost all of your necklaces where you've got different, there's a name for it. Like you have a
different closures. Or
well, it's where you can enclose it. You've got 2 inches to work with to make it 2 inches shorter, 2 inches longer.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And that makes layering a dream. So you have done the adjustable, the larger clasp. What else have we done that I've absolutely loved and that you have a hard time keeping in stock, just because my followers, when they see it, they buy it?
You love the leather with the metal pieces and with the CZ charms. Those I feel like fly off my shelf. They love that. Also, something that you brought to my attention that I'm so grateful. A lot of the great ideas that I've had are from you. So credit to you.
Aww.
But the star that you're wearing right now, it is removable. So
yes,
you told me, you were like, yeah, if you could just find something where you can remove it, because then it can be a very plain necklace, or you can, I've got several necklaces like that, so you can interchange the charms.
Let me take it off right now and show everyone. Let me tell you something, Juliana. I think they're called enhancers. You can take them off the chain, and I can't see. But there we go. Look at this. So guys, look at this. Not only can you take it off, put it on another chain, if you want to wear it, like if there's a 2-sided, and this could be worn either side. If you want the other side to show, everyone listen to me, because I can't do much but I can shop online. I can search online, and I'm sure there's something out there that I just haven't stumbled upon. These enhancers are almost impossible to find. You can Google everything. They're just not readily marketed. At least they may be out there. Look at this. And it makes you be able to use one chain with so many different ways. Not only can you make the chain shorter to be at the neck, or longer to hang below maybe another choker you have, but it enables you to wear it plain or wear it with the enhancer. And Juliana, do you have different enhancers?
I do.
And you're getting more. What are some, like now this star? Juliana, y'all, thank me later. You must get this star. It's almost like a crushed marble. It looks like this is a $300 enhancer.
I love it. It's looks way more expensive in person, when you can see the texture of it. But I have that in gray as well, like a very kind of light gray that I'll be posting soon. It is gorgeous.
Send me one of the gray.
I will. I've got all the coins gray, like the word that I'm thinking of is hardy. They're very heavy and they don't feel cheap. It's hard to find a really good one. Yeah. And they don't look like quarters, I guess, too.
Well, and for lack of, because I don't want to offend anyone, because I love Hobby Lobby. I think the greens are the best family ever, although I don't think they own it anymore. I think they sold it. I may be wrong. But you can occasionally find some cute things at Hobby Lobby, but as for your jewelry,
Mhm.
you really don't want that. These look like a high end or like a boutique, a real chic boutique,
Mhm.
and they feel just as good as they look. They're heavy, but they're not too heavy to wear, and they have
Right.
texture. I'm
Mhm.
trying to put
And
this.
Jamie, you're giving me a really good idea. Maybe I just need to sell the enhancer separately.
I will say this, it's like the charm bracelet craze. People
Yeah.
love buying,
Mhm.
but now I will say I enjoy having different I like mixing and matching. So yes,
Same.
I want to buy all the enhancers that you have, but I also love you've got like this chain right here, y'all. Okay, I'm struggling because I can't see. There we go. Um, this chain, Juliana, this I can't see. I can only see that. It's like it looks like pearl on one
Yeah.
side and beaded. You do a lot
Mhm.
of chains that are half one thing, half another. You do a
Yeah.
lot of mixed metal like gold and
Mhm.
silver, and that was I requested that. I know you would have done it
Yeah.
anyway because then it will go with anything. It just
Right.
makes everything look like it goes together if you're like me and you don't always know how to pair jewelry for a layered, sophisticated look.
Right. I love the mixed metals and like you said, you can wear it with anything and you don't have to worry about, well, what color earrings am I wearing? Or
Mm.
it's just very easy. So yeah, I love those.
Okay, now I'm looking because you've got yours on, mine I don't have on right now, but this is new. You're
Mhm.
doing is it You Name It?
Yes, the you name it necklace, you can do your name, you can do initials, you can do a word, like a word of the year that you've chosen. And I love these so much. This is something that feel like I'm seeing everywhere now. And
Yep.
so I've got it where you can, like I said, choose the letters, but then also I've got it where you can choose the bead options too on the site.
Okay. See, you don't get this level of customization anywhere. You just walk into a store, boutique, and there it is. That's what's so wonderful. And I will say you are currently making one for me and all of
Mhm.
my peeps. I know they're going to order one because you're young and chic, and I know a lot of the colored names, the different colors. That is the in thing right now. But for the beauty of me getting to ask you for things is that my age group, my demographic, we might want something a little more subdued, a little more neutral. So
Mhm.
you actually went out, or you found online, you've purchased white
Yeah.
white letters, and they can
Yeah.
go on a gold chain or they can go on a lightly colored chain like you. Anna, I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
I am too. And
Would you have
you
ever?
were you were the one that told me to go look for it. And I
Oh,
thought, oh my goodness, that's a great idea. And so they're white shell. They almost look like mother of pearl,
which
but
is
they're
what?
actually,
Yes.
yeah, they're actually called shells. So that should be to you today, actually. So, but I love those. And then I also have gold letters now that I can do. So very customizable. Yeah.
Okay. And I want everyone to think, because this is how I think, just because it makes life so much easier. We're in August.
Mhm.
I love, although I don't always hit the park, to have my Christmas shopping done before or by the end of October.
Yes.
And because you've got so much else to think about. Okay, that You Name It necklace, now that you've made it for older, where it can be a more, subtle, neutral look,
Mhm.
those who are grandmothers or mothers
Yeah.
can wear your child's name. A grandmother, like I'm going to get my friend Deborah one that says Wells. I mean, I've
Oh,
ordered
I love that.
die. All of my friends with especially if they've just had one, the first, because
Mhm.
you can't put but you
Right.
could get one, I guess, with the first letter of every grandchild or
Yeah.
something.
Mhm. I've seen that on a lot of people too. So yeah, you can really do whatever you want to do. And I just love it.
Oh, now Juliana, can you do the You Name It in bracelet form?
Yes, I can. Yeah,
You
I
can?
can. I need to put that on my site because that's a great idea.
Okay. Well, let me tell you, just because I'm sitting here thinking, since bracelets are, you look better layered, someone with 5 grandchildren could get one with each, and they could do some in the gold letters, some in the primary, some in the white. Oh, okay. We're thinking.
That is a great idea. Oh, thank you, Jamie. You're helping me with my Christmas.
I'm always full of things. Okay. Now I also want to ask you, and you're going to come to Birmingham and help or do a party here. Can you just briefly tell us about permanent jewelry? Because I think so many of us who are older, when I first thought, I thought, oh, I don't know if I want a tattoo. I thought it was a tattoo. Tell us what permanent jewelry is and why it's so popular and why we might want to get it.
Yeah, no, that's hilarious because I've had several people ask me that. Is this a tattoo? Like, what is this? And I just explain it like, no, it's like a tattoo. You would go with someone to get one, but it's not as permanent as a tattoo. So really a permanent bracelet is just, I've got some on right here, but they're just bracelets that do not have clasps. So what I do is I invested in the machine, let's see, almost a year ago. And it was a pretty big investment, but I thought that'd be so cool to learn how to do that and to be able to offer that. And so they are gold filled or sterling silver metal chains. And I have so many different options to choose from. And I also have charms that you can put on them. But what I do is you come, you can do a party, you can do a little get together, and someone just sits right there, and I have some glasses that I put on them and on myself, and they put their wrists down, and I have a little piece of leather in between their skin and the metal. But on the clasp, I just zap it with a soldering machine, and it is so cool. But it is like all the rage right now.
It's all the rage. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Juliana, I want to ask you, because you know what I want to do in permanent jewelry. And I don't even wear these often, but I want one that's always there. And I need to see you before the wedding, because I would really like this before the wedding. I want a lovely, sophisticated anklet that I don't have to, nobody listening has time to be taking on and off an anklet every day with all your other jewelry. You know, we've already got so much. So is that something that is like in all of your merchandise and your supplies? Is it just a matter of us choosing what we want and you cut it per, whether it's an anklet, you're gonna cut it? Okay. So that's the beauty of having all the stock and the supplies that you have. You can make whatever. And, and you don't have to live next to you. If someone listening after this, they go to my website and get a link to your website, how do they say, Juliana, can you do this? If it's a custom order, do they email you, or is there a place on your website that they can ask and you correspond with them?
Yes, there's a place on my website, and you just email me and it sends it straight to me, and I am the one responding because I am a one-woman show. So I can do whatever you need for me to do, and I can let you know my availability, or if there's something specific you want me to ship to you or anything like that. I will say too, with the permanent jewelry, I can put a clasp on it. Now, it's not going to be a large clasp. It is a smaller one, but I do have gold filled clasps. So if you do want to take these dainty, anklets or bracelets on and off, I can ship that to you, and you don't have to be in person to do that for permanent jewelry.
Oh, okay. So because to get the permanent from you, they would have to be physically there.
Yes, to be able to zap it.
Okay. But for those of us out of town, and honestly, if it's gold filled, I may just get you to send me. I'm just going to pick out, I think I'm going to do, well, we'll talk about it, but just get you to send me one, because if it's gold filled, you're not worried about getting in the shower, because it's not going to turn.
Yeah, it's not going to tarnish. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't come off unless you take it off. So, it wears very well.
Right. Okay. Now, the last thing that I want to ask you is, I know we put things out, and because I've got the sweetest, most engaged following, a lot of times things sell out, like not only same day, they sell out pretty quickly.
Yes.
Tell us what things that we're loving right now that if somebody sees it and wants it and they want it now, because I know you can remake, but like I'm the type, I want it now.
Right.
What are some things that, because I'm going to share this when we get off these two necklaces, what are some things that if somebody wants, they need to probably go ahead if they want it right now?
With the you name it necklaces, I would say get in touch with me pretty fast or go to the website pretty fast. Also, what you're wearing, that heart with on the leather and then the star, and then especially those earrings.
Okay. Basically everything we're looking at right now. That everything.
And then also this is a new stack for those of you watching, but this is the stack that Jamie, you're about to get. But I wear this all the time, and this is gonna go fast.
Can I tell you that looks thousands of dollars.
Juliana. It feels like it, and it looks like it in person too. I worked really hard. These are straight from market, but I paired them together. I looked really hard to make sure that it looked right. And
it looks right. It looks right.
But
and that's what it is, Juliana. You have paired that. You have every texture, just hold it up one more time. Okay, so you mean I'm going to get that today? I'm about to pass out.
Yes.
Excited. And I have got to throw this in, and I know that, naturally prices are going to raise, but your prices, I know they're not going to always get to be what they are, but everyone, you're not going to find the combination that you're going to find with Juliana as far as the look, the quality, craftsmanship, and price. You're not going to find it nowhere. I feel like I shop. So do you feel like it's, have you been hit at all by the inflation and the rising prices that are everywhere? It hadn't hit in this market.
No, people are still buying, and I feel like I'm still able to purchase things at a reasonable price and then turn it around. And like I said, I'm able to turn it around for a lot cheaper than you would find the exact same product at a store. So people are still buying. I'm very grateful for all the support.
Okay. Well, Juliana, I want to thank you so much. Give the boys a hug for me. And can't wait to see you in a few weeks at the wedding.
Yes.
In the wedding, she's bridesmaid. So can't wait to see your whole family. And as soon as I go get my mail and get all that, I'm going to be sharing it on my story. And everyone, if you are not already, follow Juliana May'd, JulianaMayd at Juliana May'd on Instagram, and you can see her latest drops and get the inside scoop and order when she drops things. Also, to order, it's from your website, julianamayd.com. And you also have a section of family savvy faves. So if you've seen it on me or heard me talk about it, it's a safe bet that that's your one stop, correct?
Yes, that is very safe to say.
Okay. Everything we've talked about will be in the show notes. And Juliana, thank you. And
thank you. This has been so fun, Jamie.
Oh, well, anytime you want to jump on with new things, you've always got a place. So thank you. And you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Y'all too.
Hi, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the SavvyCast. If you'll take the time to rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes, that would mean so much. As always, thank you for listening and have a blessed day.